Hello, the Palmer Academy. This is Mr. Suarez Mystery, and welcome to today's assembly. This is the first assembly of the new academic year. I hope everyone is feeling happy and, more importantly, safe, whether you're at home or if you're in school. I know all of you are working really hard on your home learning, and if you're in school, you're working really hard with your teacher doing your classroom learning. I would like to say a big thank you to everyone, staff and children, on how they have adapted to these challenging times. Today's assembly is going to be on British values. Now, I'm just going to open up, share the PowerPoint that myself and Mr. Gardner have made. This from the beginning. Okay, so British values. Okay. So we're going to be looking at British values and see how what they mean to us individually and what they mean to our school community. Now, first of all, where is Britain? What is Britain? Now, Britain is made up of 4 different countries. The first one is England, and that's where Reading is in. Reading is in England. This next one is Scotland. The third one is Wales. And the last one is Northern Ireland. Now, where do you think Reading would be in England? Can you have a look at where England is, and where do you think where do you think Reading is? Is it here? Do you think it's down here? What do you think? Have a little think. You may want to point towards the screen so you can have a guess. I'm going to click in about 5 seconds. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reading is around about there, and you can see I've used the Reading Football Club badge. And the next thing we're going to look at are values. What do you think? What are values? What do you think values are? Have a little think. Now, I know you can see the shadow there that's underneath that title, but it might give you a few hints. What do you think values are? What do you think values are? Now, values are principles or rules that you live by. Now, they help make up your own personal identity. Okay? And then the school might have some values that make up our school identity. Now, for example, these are some of the values that you may have. Okay, so you might be hardworking. You might be resilient. You might be caring. You might be ambitious, you might be really kind, you might be lazy. Like I had a very lazy day in the weekends, I had a bit of a lie. My children slept longer than I thought they would, and I slept until about 8 o'clock, which was brilliant. Sometimes you might have some negative values. You might be hurtful to some people, or you might be rude, and you're not like that all the time, but sometimes that can come out of your own personality. Or you might be really honest all the time, or try to be honest all the time. Or you might just be just lots of fun all the time. You're just really fun personality. Now, which of these values do you think make up your own personal identity? Have a think. Which of these make up your own personal identity? Can you think of any different values that might be in your own personality? I'll give you a little bit of time to wait there. Because everyone's different and everyone has different values. So we have talked about personal values, but can a country have values? Can a country have values? Can a school have values? What do you think? Now, we all live in Britain. What do you think the British values are? What do you think the British values are? Now, you may have talked about this in school before, and you might have seen there was a display that I think Miss Chandler made. I think with Miss James. I know I'm going to get in trouble here because I've probably missed someone out. But they made this beautiful display that was in the hall. It's now been taken down now. That explained what the British values were. Can you remember what they were? Okay, so we're going to be learning about British values. Does anyone know what that flag is called? Does anyone know? That's right, it's called the Union Jack. Now we have four British values. The first one is democracy. Okay, and the second one is the rule of law. The third one is, the third one is individual liberty. And the last one is mutual respect and tolerance. Now we're just going to quickly have a look at what these values mean. Now the first one, democracy. Now you probably would have heard this before in school. Now Britain is a democracy. This means that people in Britain vote for the people who make laws and decide how the country is run. Okay. Now democracy, we tried to make everyone have the same rights. We can make choices. We can make decisions. We are allowed to share our ideas. Okay, and we vote. And we can share and communicate and collaborate with others. And we always work together to create rules and follow them. And we always try and work as a team. Now, you would have experienced democracy at some point in this school. Now, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but have a think, because we will talk about it later in a few assemblies' time. The next one is the rule of law. Now, in Britain, we have rules that guide people to do the right thing and not break the law. This means that we are safe. Now, with the rules, we understand that there are consequences if we do not follow the rules, but it keeps us safe. And we know the difference between right and wrong. We can think about and manage our own behavior, okay? And we know that it keeps us safe. Okay? And you know that in school we have lots of rules to keep us safe, but also to make sure that we learn and have fun, most importantly, to have fun. Okay, and the next one is individual liberty. Now, in Britain, as long as we don't break the law, we can live as we choose most of the time and have our own opinions about things. And we can have confidence in our own strengths and abilities. We can reflect on our own learning and identify the next steps. We are free to have our own opinions and ideas. We can pursue our own interests and our ideas and our own learning. And we can enjoy our rights and privileges. Okay? And the last one is mutual respect and tolerance. Now, we might not always agree with other people, but we might try to show respect for their thoughts and feelings. In Britain, we accept that other people might have different beliefs and that ours and they may believe in different religions. Okay? Now, we always try to work with each other and we treat others in the way that we want to be treated. And we can work together with others in our classrooms or outside of school. And we can form friendships and relationship with other people. And we appreciate our own beliefs and respect those of others. I'm just going to stop that. Now, in the coming weeks, we're going to have a look at each of those values in a bit more detail. Okay, and then hopefully I'll see you soon. If I've seen you in school, hello. And if I haven't seen you, hopefully you're trying to do some of the PE videos and you're working really hard on your home learning. Okay, and I'll see you next time for your next assembly. Okay, if you can you please have a think about those values? You may want to talk to your parents or your carers and see what they mean to you. Okay, bye-bye.